Former President Trump held his mega donor fundraiser in the state on Saturday night. It was a night for the record books for former President Trump. The campaign and the RNC raised more than $50 million just at that fundraiser dinner on Saturday. The number nearly double what President Biden brought in at his recent fundraiser here in New York. NewsNation campaign correspondent Libby Dean is in Palm Beach, Florida. Good morning, Libby. $50 million, that is breaking records. How important was it for Trump's bottom line?
Well, good morning, Hena. Lots to talk about after this big fundraiser last night here in Palm Beach. Now, as for the bottom line, that is something that I heard shift over the last week. We started out the week on Monday. I was hearing from my sources within the Trump campaign to expect something around 30 million. And then as the week went on, that number grew, and we wrapped up here last night with a press release from the Republican National Committee alongside the Trump campaign, claiming that they raised $50.5 million last night. And they're calling this, quote, a historic haul. And there's no doubt $50 million is a lot of money. But the issue is Trump is being spread thin when it comes to his legal battles and his legal fees. And another issue facing the Trump campaign is small dollar donations. Obviously, this was a billionaire fundraiser last night. But small dollar donations, an issue that they're facing. The Biden campaign touting their small dollar donations, though. There was a press release that went out from them claiming that 96% of their donations this last quarter were under $200. Now, we also heard from Trump last night as he headed into that big fundraiser, and he repeated lines that we typically hear on the campaign trail.
And people are just wanting change. Rich people want it, poor people want it, everybody wants change. Our country is really doing poorly. We're a laughing stock all over the world, and we're going to get that change very quickly. And this has been some incredible evening before it even starts, because people, they wanted to contribute to a cause of making America great again.
Now, as you could see there, Melania Trump by the former president's side, and that is a rare appearance. We have not seen much of her on the campaign trail, but NewsNation has confirmed that she will attend an upcoming fundraiser with the Log Cabin Republicans. But again, a rare appearance from Melania aside her husband last night at that big fundraiser.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Libby. We have not seen Melania much on the campaign trail. You mentioned that this is a billionaire fundraiser. We know about the mega donors in attendance, but who else was there?
Yeah, of course, we had those mega donors last night, but three big names in bold on that invitation that was obtained by NewsNation. It was entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. We also saw Tim Scott, that senator out of South Carolina, as well as Doug Burgum, North Carolina's governor. Now, all three of these people have something in common, and that is the fact that they all used to be opponents of the former president. They all ran against him in the primary, but now they're out campaigning for him, fundraising for him. And when I talked to my my sources in the Trump campaign, they tell me that this was just another sign of the VP tryouts. But of course, we are so far out from Trump actually picking a VP. But they do tell me that they expect to pick a vice presidential running mate for Trump ahead of the RNC convention, Republican National Convention, in July.
Yeah, that's not going to stop many of us from guessing the Veep stakes until he makes that decision or announces it. Libby Dean, live in Palm Beach, Florida. Thank you, Libby.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.